your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on another team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Gamecocks will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Kentucky's offense comes onto the field first today. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
They'll run it on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. South Carolina. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Going to the running game. Powers through. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking to get it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. From midfield, looking for room. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run play action. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's open on the right. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling.
Just plowing ahead. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Kentucky going quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Bringing the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Catch in the middle, it's Acho. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wide receiver comes in motion. They go to the ground. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
On the run, it's Sampson. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gonna let it fly. He makes a grab. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively?
Touchdown, Gamecocks! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Kentucky, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
Now, 4th down.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Off play action on first down. Quarterback moving. Complete to the right. And oh no, he loses the ball after the huge gain. And the defense got it. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover, they get a chunk of yards, and they are in business.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislock.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
This
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
35, Kentucky, 0.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Brings up 3rd down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Zings it complete to the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O.
On the double. Cricket.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Buying some time. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. Finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Gamecocks come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got an open man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
South Carolina, 42. Kentucky, 0.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking for a crease to the left. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls and fires complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Hauls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Running back searching for a hole. Across the 45. Open field on the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, doesn't he? Makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
49, Kentucky, 0.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Going right to work up top. Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a...
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick six.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off, and what a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today. And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. A long way to go on 4th and goal. They'll leave it with him. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
South Carolina,
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
South Carolina, 56. Kentucky, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Trying to set up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The corners are walked up tight. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Leaves it with the running back. Can't get him to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pressure coming. Trying to get behind the defense. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
When you see them there taking the shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Grabs it inside the 15. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over BYU. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. He goes out of bounds across the 15 at the 16. That's a solid pickup on that one. Line is set on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's his 4th interception of the night.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Runs through the tackle. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Upshaw. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Fit it in the window for the score.
Have
a day, young fella.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Leaves it with the back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football get
breaks into the open. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Second down coming up.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys? Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
South Carolina.
Punt is on its way. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Finds a man in the middle. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, South Carolina!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Kentucky, 0.
And he passes on the touchback. Here it comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here comes the option. Turning it on. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
And the South Carolina.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to set the tone with the run. Showing off the arms. Crosses the 30. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And the Gamecocks have pushed it inside the 20. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes a grab past the marker. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Gamecocks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
84, Kentucky, 0.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Gives it on the option. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Explosive run into the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 16.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Caught behind the line. It's Shields. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Georgia Tech went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Yellow Jackets always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Black 24.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Right back to the well. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, 1 little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Punts it out of the air. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. The give to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Harmon. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll go to the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man.
Snatches it on the run. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Here comes the offense on first down. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Got room on the return. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, South Carolina.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They were getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Makes the catch at the 30. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. A great catch and run for 6.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll pull it on the read. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the defender. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. A 3rd down try for the offense.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Already find a hole in that secondary. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
That's caught. It's Jocelyn. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Got his man out of the backfield. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Wide open downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success, because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Bowling Green is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 21 over Nevada. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls it and fires to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to get it through the air. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. This offense has it with really good field position. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got a man. It's Best. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. Job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harmon. And the returner is stopped. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The give to the tailback. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes the grab. It's Jocelyn. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here on 3rd down for this offense. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Unloads to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Jocelyn. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. At the 35, he's loose. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few 1st downs and make something positive happen.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. At the 40, there he goes. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unleashes one. Grabbed over the middle. It's Best. Oh, that big stiff arm got him some room. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And he added the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Harmon. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Motion from the back. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Bringing it back. He's at the 10.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to return it. He gets a block. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. looking for more room. Touchdown, South Carolina. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Harmon. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan meet face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.